Welcome to the Sharon Ballantine Internet TV show. How would you like to learn how to use your own internal guidance to create your ideal life experience? Sharon is an author, parent, and life coach who teaches and inspires people from all walks of life. She draws on her extensive study of the universal law of attraction to guide her clients in attracting what they desire to manifest. Her motto is, "You are the most powerful person in your life." Here is your host, life coach, Sharon Ballantine.
I just met with this super fan of the Long Island Medium, who's a character. She's just like a character of a woman.
Yeah.
And she's Italian from the East Coast. I'm Mexican from the West Coast.
Okay.
In Southern California. So completely the opposite in personality and temperament.
Yes.
I am so casual. I am so laid back,
Yeah, that West Coast attitude. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I operate differently. I'm mostly visual. Spirits rarely actually speak to me unless they say names or specific phrases or numbers, which happens often. But I often have to interpret their gestures or their communications, in whichever way they present them to me, or images or pictures.
Sure.
So that would be the number one misconception, that we all work the same, because we don't.
That makes perfect sense. You see things other people are going to be,
Other people
audio or
yeah.
feel.
Exactly.
So do you lay it out for people first thing when they come into your experience and they want a client session on how you operate?
Yes, I wondered. I learned after a while that I had to educate my clients
Yes.
on how I work, how the sessions usually flow with me.
Yes.
So I always share the same 4 things with them. Do you want to hear them?
I do.
Okay.
Of course.
So number one, that I'm absolutely casual and relaxed. I am so informal that they can interrupt me, they can stop me, they can ask any questions at any time. I don't mind. Number 2, I am highly visual. That's how I mostly get my information. So I see things, symbols, metaphors, pictures, snippets of little mini movies or memories. That's how I get most of my information. And I ask them, would you like me to share with you everything that I see?
Yes.
98% of the time, they say yes. That 2% says, no, I don't want to see any scary things.
Sure.
Luckily, I'm not the type that sees scary things. Unless they want me to look for them.
Exactly. Unless you go digging.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And number 3, I ask them for their permission for me to access their energy, their information. And the way I get that is by having them state their full name and their birth date both twice. And number 4, the one thing that I have them share beyond their name and their birth date is a tiny little mundane, common, ordinary detail about their life, like what they had for breakfast, or a curious thing that they noticed on the way into my building, and then the session begins after that.
And how does that little snippet of information, how does that help you? What does that do?
Good question. I have no idea.
Oh.
But the universe,
Yeah.
that's one of the things I trusted. The universe told me late last year that I had to start asking for that.
Okay.
And so I did. And so I just hear it, and I think it's so curious, because often what people share is something that I thought was just unique to me, like a specific breakfast item or what they notice, on the way into the building. I thought it was just something that I noticed, but they noticed it too. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think
it's fascinating.
What do you think it is?
I have no idea. It's just some sort of necessary insight, but do they ever ask you, well, why do I have to give you that little mundane fact that seems irrelevant?
Yes. They're like, why?
Why?
I don't know. The universe asked me to ask, so I'm asking.
Right. So just be quiet and tell me.
Yes, please.
How cool. I'm so excited for our session. I can't wait. So tell me about your lectures. You are a lecturer as well. So what do you get up and talk to people about? Is it an education process on mediumship, or what do you talk about?
Actually, uh, most of my lectures are around psychic gym, but
Okay.
this year I launched a radio show with my partner Philip,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called Get Sophisticated, and it's we challenge people uh, to have inspired conversations through the
Mm-hmm.
use of provocative topics.